captain and the captain was me. Yes, it's so true. As we went war factor doom, the changes I had been through. As captain,
I eat mango wurzel, but I calls it a squash. I got a neckerchief and wear dungarees. I'm as authentic as that wine's moldy cheese. Cause I got a banjo and a tractor and I dress like a scruff. And now that we made a couple of albums, I'm finding it quite tough. I think I might retire now, cause I have earned enough. Cause I've got a brand new red Ferrari. Can I borrow the keys? No, get stuffed.
Hector was an inspector who necked her and was her protector. Then he wrecked her, erector, detector. Then inspector did erector and had to reject her. From Spectre, they drank some nectar with animal nectar. To deflect a corrector who constantly checked her refectory sector. And then he pecked her in a set called rendered by vector graphics, till she could perfect a circumspector injector and finally decked her. Did Hector from Spectre. Hector from Spectre.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Are we ready for our show tonight? We can't quite hear you. We said, are you ready for your show tonight?
Yes.
Okie dokie, let's take it away. Just a little respect, just a little oh yeah. Ladies, gentlemen, all other available categories, would you welcome live from the former copper makers, bottom knockers, registered welfare tradesmen and apprentice club and institute lounge and bar and refectory affiliated, your hosts for tonight, the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre!
We're all together at the social club, so come and join us at the social club. The best comedians that you can get, emceed by the Scottish Falsetto Socks Social Club.
Hey.
Hello, we are the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre, and so am I, and so is he, and welcome to the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theatre's Social Club!
Yay!
Yes, welcome to the Social Club. Who was here at the last show?
Yay!
Yes.
Who is here at the Social Club for the first time?
Yay!
Well, welcome all of you. We, as you can probably tell, inherited this venue from the 1970s. From the 1970s is where we inherited this wonderful venue that we are all entertaining you in tonight. Even the Sweeties are from the 1970s. Really? Yeah, God, they're so out of date. Look, we've got minstrels. There's nothing out of date about minstrels. They are black and white minstrels. I get you. Okay. We have quite a lot of 1970s sweets. We've got quite a lot of 1970s. We've got those 1970s sweets that had a #1 hit with Eternal Flame. What 1970s sweets had a #1 hit with Eternal Flame?
Bangles!
That's Spangles. That's Spangles, ladies and gentlemen. That's the level. That's the level that we're hoping to rise above tonight. We've got, what else have we got? I tell you what else we've got. What have we got? We've got that chocolate bar that was launched in 1981, then went away for a while and was relaunched in the 2000s, and it's got bubbles inside. I can't remember its name. Whisper. Chocolate bar that was launched in 1981. That's it. That's not going to get any better than that. With the greatest apologies to anybody who's paid to be here tonight, this is what you've sentenced yourself to. Not entirely. We actually do have some professional comedians, do we? Yes, as well as ourselves, there are some real comedians on tonight. And also, we are here in the spirit of entrepreneurialism. Entrepreneurialism. Well said. Oh. Yes, entrepreneurial. You're not gonna try and misunderstand the word entrepreneurialism. Until this very second, I hadn't thought of it because you hadn't said it before. Well, that's definitely going in the next show. No, in the spirit of entrepreneurialism, because the social club business is probably not as big as it was back in the 1970s, I have branched out. I have gone into aromatherapy. Aromatherapy, yes. I've got loads over here. I've got my little, my sort of, what do they call it? It's like a hostess trolley, but it's got perfumes on. I've got perfumes and I've got oils. What do you like? What have you got? I've got loads of things. Cedarwood? No, where is it? Where's it? The wood. What wood? You said cedarwood. Oh, you want a cedarwood? Yeah, I want a cedarwood. Show me the wood. What wood? Forget the wood. Do you have anything for someone who's a bit unsteady on their feet? Tea tree? Yes, I am a bit. What have you got?
Oh!
Well, what about ilang ilang? What about ilang ilang? Do you like ilang ilang? I like everything the Bay City Rollers ever did. Give me some of your ilang ilang. Balsam? No, it's just for my shoulders. Do you want the lavender? No thanks, I've just been. Listen, do you have anything that would suit my twin brother? Cologne? No, but people do say we look very similar. One person on that one. Jasmine? Sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear you for laughter. Not a thing that happens every month. No, but this month somebody just laughed over the setup line. Not the punchline, the setup line. Okay, what were you saying? I was saying something about my brother. Oh, yes. Have you got anything for my brother? Jasmine? No, he's more of an opera lover. What have you got? Patchouli? Bless you. What have you got? Eucalyptus? No, it's just the way I'm standing. Listen, what have you got? Have you got any nice smelling oils? Ah, nice smelling oils. Yes, have you got any nice smelling oils? Nerily. You've nerily got some. Okay. When are they coming in? No, they're here already. Okay. Are you going to show me a nice smelling one? Okay. Nerily. Okay, I'm waiting. When you like. You ready to show me something? Nerily. Right, forget it then. So not everybody would be this patient. Sandalwood? Yeah, I bet he would, but I'm in a hurry. Okay, do you fancy a bergamot? You're right. Forget the perfume. Let's go to McDonald's. Probably a wise move. There's 2 minutes of your life you won't get back. Now, coming up tonight at the social, you can applaud if you like, but I wouldn't advise it. Tonight's. No, so nobody's going to applaud. No, I don't blame them. Wait, oh, there's a lesson learned. Applause on Zoom sounds shit. Okay, so coming up tonight, we have the tombola.
Yay!
Thank you. We have the bingo.
Yay!
We have the quiz.
Yay!
And of course, we have a couple of numbers from our house band, Fine Fair.
Yay!
They were definitely nonplussed at the sound of Fine Fair. They were here last month. But more importantly, we have 4 of the finest comedians who, we have to point out, are not from the 1970s. Coming up tonight, and let's get a proper round of applause just at the sound of their names. Coming up at the top of the show, we have President Obonjo.
Yay!
We have Michelle Malizaki.
Yay!
We have Ian Crawford.
Yay!
And now, would you announce her while I do the spotlighting? Certainly. We have an act coming up now. Who has actually been on your actual Channel 4. Would you please welcome the one, the only Nerine Skinner?
Yay!
Hello everybody. Fantastic to see you. First question, anybody here's mum not normal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay, that makes me just us two. Yeah. My mum definitely isn't. That's why she named me Nerine Kathy Georgia Ellen Skinner. Yeah, I think she knew I was her last child, so decided to call me all of the names. It's true to say from day one it was always going to be a fight to be normal, especially as she had made the situation worse by admitting that I was a massive mistake. But who's laughing now? No one. I absolutely love my mum to pieces. She's a lovely lady. She's very eccentric. Her name is Maureen. She's actually here tonight. I can see her head just poking out the corner there. There she is, Maureen. She named me Nerine, which is one thing is really funny because Maureen and Noreen, it rhymes, but that's not my name. It's Nerine. I've had lots of variations of my name. Noreen, Nurofen. Which apparently I was a real pain, which is ironic because actually Nurofen is a painkiller. So joke's on you. But the worst name I've had is Nurinal. Yeah, I mean that's piss poor. Okay, you're welcome. I'm here all night. I'm not really, just a couple of minutes. I've always been fighting to be normal, basically, and I found out that it's pretty much impossible because my mum isn't normal. A little context for you, and this is all true. This is the woman who became the most popular person in the town when she burnt an ex-lodger porn mags in a bonfire and forgot about the effects of wind. Yeah. The scattering of burnt porn for all of my friends to find on their way to school was embarrassing yet oddly satisfying, aged 11. Yeah, no, we all have those family things, don't we? Those little quirks that make, you just go, oh, that's our family, we do that. But no, I've just found out that all of ours are not normal. Like I've just found out recently, it's not okay to wrap cheesy socks around your neck to cure a sore throat.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and just to let you know, it doesn't work. I've also found out it's not okay to have Weetabix with butter, as in dry, no milk involved. Yeah. I can see the look. I can see the look on your faces. Clearly, I needed to change. So, where do we go when we want to find out what normality in society is? Instagram. So I went on there, and I don't know if you've noticed, but there seems to be more and more people adopting the same face. You know the one. This isn't a normal reaction, is it? Like if you met someone for the first time, you said, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?" and they just went, You'd be like, "Are you okay?" Somehow this is a socially acceptable face to pull, and these people can get away with any mistake just by whacking the pout out. Like, oh, I burnt the toast. Oh, I killed a man. Forgiven. And that's when it hit me. I realised that this is exactly what my mum does when she doesn't know how to deal with a situation. Like Maureen's been doing the trout pout for years. Like she can't even look in the mirror like a normal person because as soon as she does, she's like that. She's like possessed. She's a bit like Zoolander. She doesn't speak like this. I don't know why I'm doing it. And then she makes this sound. She's like. That's her hair, by the way. It's not a beard. She doesn't have a beard. She's just got quite big hair. And I realised that this is her defence mechanism. Like when she doesn't like her reflection, she just goes like that. Or like when she knows that she's made a mistake, she goes. It's like she's absolving herself of the situation by completely confusing us into silence. Like it's quite a good parenting tip, actually. No, but I thought to myself, I can't let this happen, guys. I can't turn into my mum just yet. I know what I'll do. I will sell my car, get some money together, and change myself completely. Okay, so this is a true story. I went back home to get my car. It wasn't there. I said to my mum, dude, where's my car? Always wanted a legitimate reason to say that out loud. She said, oh yeah, about that. You know the gypsies that come round the back? Oh, mother, just going to stop you there a second. Firstly, I'm not sure it's okay to call them that anymore. And secondly, what? She said, oh, so sorry. You know the pikeys that come round the back? Well, I sell them our old stuff like fridges, microwaves. I sold them your brother's BMX bike recently. It's called Maureen Steele's with a Z. Okay. It's a lot of information for me to take in. Firstly, my mum had created a business name with a Z on the end. Like, how is my 75-year-old mother cooler than me? But then again, this is the woman who accidentally dealt me hash cakes age 10 because she was told they were calming. So I said to her, okay, so you sold my car to these people? She said, yeah, anything that's not used in this house goes straight into Maureen's deals. I said, all right, why have you suddenly turned into Pat Butcher? I said, how much do you sell it for, Mum? She said, £20. £20? You sold my car for £20. Why? She said, I was desperate. I needed to buy the cat some dinner. Okay. I was confused because on one hand, £20 for a whole car is really cheap. On the other hand, that's some really expensive cat dinner. like, what are you feeding it? Avocado on sourdough? Which is ironic, really, because I don't avocado and the situation is a bit sourdough because you sold my car. I said to her, okay, please tell me that you took my registration documents out of the glove box. She said, no. What's that mean? Okay, Mum, what that means is that I've gone from being slightly weird to a criminal and I'm now probably wanted by the DVLA for various car crimes. Do you know what her response was? Genuine. I mean, what do you say? What do you actually say to that? So that's when I thought, do you know what? There's no point, is there? There is no point in trying to be normal. It doesn't exist. Not in our family. Anyone for a dry Weetabix? Oh, butter.
No.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nerine Skinner! Nerine Skinner there, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. And if Nerine disappears from your screen, she's not being rude. She is off to participate in King Gong. So break a leg or a mic stand, whatever it is you break in comedy competitions. A little bit later tonight, she'll be participating in that. Now, we here at the Social Club survive by many means, but one of them is sponsorship, which I handed over to you. You did. Now, anybody who was here last month will remember that you managed to get us sponsored by the biggest business of the 1970s. Yes, you managed to get us sponsored by the smoking industry. I did. I thought it was quite an achievement to get us sponsored illegally. Not illegal in the 1970s. There's lots of things in the 1970s that weren't illegal. And what, pray, have you got? Go and plug it in and I'll show you. There's a VHS player over there. VHS in the 1970s. Okay, there's a Philips V2000 player over there. You go and plug us in. And I have got us sponsored tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I've got us sponsored tonight with adverts from one of the biggest businesses of the 1970s. And the biggest business of the 1970s, of course. I think you all know what I'm talking about. Here it comes.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Today, so I have exciting story to tell about beautiful new Ford Mustang car. And inside car, boy and mother and shopping bag. And inside bag, box of post-rice crinkles. And inside box of post-rice crinkles.
Wow, Mom, boy, oh boy. There's a Mustang car inside the rice crinkles.
I do believe this might be slightly racist.
And so, sugary rice crinkles give happy ending to story. Boy get Mustang, you do too, inside post-rice crinkles. You go vroom, vroom when you get Mustang car free inside post-rice crinkles.
Social Club!
Why was it a nation stereotype introducing it? Completely required.
So what you're saying is you've got us sponsored by Casual Racism, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's sponsor is Casual Racism. You can't have us sponsored by incidental and casual racism. Oh, I see. You know what you are? What? You're prejudiced. Right. That's how it's going to be, is it? Yes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to serve some drinks. Oh, hello, sir. Oh, which side of the bar are we on? We're on the side that we serve drinks from. Hello. What would it be? A pint of Guinness? Certainly, sir. Here we go. Is that the noise it makes? That's the noise it makes. Right. Now, we just have to let that stand for a minute. Was there anything else, sir? A baby sham coming right up. Pop, glug, 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 glug. There you go, sir. You just have to let that stand for a minute. What else was there? Oh, a packet of smoky bacon crisps. Righty ho. Rustle, 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 rustle. There you go. You just have to let that stand for a minute. What are you doing? I'm serving this gentleman over here. One moment, just let me, I'll have to top up his Guinness. Top up his Guinness. Oh, yes, very big, the topping of the Guinness. Just get in the top of your pint there and there you go. I have drawn a shamrock in the top of your Guinness. Show me that shamrock. There it is on the top of the Guinness. That is never a shamrock. There's a shamrock. That's a four-leaved clover. Do you know, I've never known the difference between a clover and a shamrock. Let me show you. Get out of the way. See that? That is a shamrock. Whereas this is a clover. And that is a club from a pack of cards, you see. And if you do this, see, if you do that, it looks like a light bulb. And then, if you look closely, it turns into a naked woman bending over in the bath. And sorry, sir, what was that? You'd like another pint. He'd like another pint. I've rather stuck our faces in that one. I'm awfully sorry. Pour the man another pint. But first, I think you've got something important to do, haven't you? I do, ladies and gentlemen, because I am going to present for you now the quiz. Are you ready for the quiz?
Yay!
Okay, we shall present this together, and you've drafted the quiz. I have drafted the quiz based on the theme of racism, not racism, no racism in the quiz. This is a quiz based, of course, on the 1970s. Okay, so you read out the questions. I'll read out the questions, and you award the marks. I'll award the marks. Right. Are we ready to start?
Yes.
No one buzzed. Oh yeah, you gotta buzz. You gotta buzz.
Buzz!
And what was your answer, Shuggy? Okay, so they buzzed, but they didn't know the answer. So no points for that first question. The next question. What was the premise of the famous Mastermind sketch from the 1980 episode of The Two Ronnies?
Buzz!
Yes?
How's anyone supposed to know that?
Answering the question before last.
Before, yeah. I'm afraid the correct answer was yes, we're ready to start. So no Next question. Who was Bridget Bardot?
French actress.
Answering the question before last.
Is it the two
And the correct
Ronnies?
answer, well done. I think we heard Gary Phillips saying, answering the question before last. You get a point there, Gary. Good. What are catacombs?
Buzz!
Yes,
actress.
An actress from the 1960s. Well done. You get the point there. Next question. What is the role of a special advisor, for example, Dominic Cummings, known as?
Hide the bodies.
Underground tomb. Buzz!
Yeah, you buzzed. What did you say, buzz person?
An underground tomb.
Not quite.
Is it
A waste of
hide the
space.
bodies?
Where the bodies are buried. Well done. Where the bodies are buried. Right, next question. Nutmeg is a form of what ingredient?
Buzz, Dominic Cummings.
No, the correct answer is spad, so no points there. A large increase in population is called a baby... What?
Buzz.
Yes. Correct answer. The correct answer is spice. Well done. You get a point. Complete this advertising slogan. Snap, crackle, and
Boom.
We'll give you the point, although you didn't buzz. Although buzz or boom would have possibly been acceptable. Next question. Chateau Lafitte is an estate producing which kind of drink?
Buzz pop.
Pop is the correct answer. Well, then you get a point. What does the blue light on top of a police car do?
Buzz.
Yep.
Wine.
Wine is the correct answer. You get a point. Next question. What does the Chancellor of the Exchequer do twice a year in the House of Commons?
Buzz.
Yep.
Flash.
Flash is the correct answer. Well done. Next. What member of the parrot family is of the genus Kakua?
Buzz. Budget.
The budget is the correct answer. Next question. Elton John and David Furnish throw a party every year at about this time after they've held what?
Buzz. A cockatoo.
A cockatoo is the correct answer. You get the point. Next. What is the area of hills and glens to the east of Ben Lomond called?
Party.
Nobody got the Oscars.
The Oscars.
Another baby.
What is the seventh planet from the sun?
Trossachs.
The
The Trossachs is the correct answer. You get a point for the Trossachs. Where is beep, 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 beep. I've started, so I'll finish. Where is the best place to grow rhubarb?
Uranus.
Uranus is the correct answer. Well done. A round of applause for everybody who scored points there. Well done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, health and safety is always at the forefront of our minds, especially as regards cutlery. So, now would you welcome from our advisor on these matters, Mr. Ian Crawford.
Very quiet, Ian.
You're muted, Ian. You're muted.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just trying to get the screen down. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Let me get this screen down. There we go. There we go. Right, we're just about to get cracking. Thanks for your patience. It's not all about laughs, of course. We've got to make sure. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Think once, think twice, think fork, spoon, and knife. Good evening. And, Deb, if you can stop scratching and just concentrate, that would be good. Thank you very much. Just keeping an eye there. And that's right, Carol and David, perhaps if you stop that sign from flashing, we might all have a chance of getting through this presentation. Here we go. My name's Ian Crawford. I'm here from the Steel and Cutlery Manufacturers, Allied Trades, Industries and Guilds Association, SACMATIAGA for short. I'm here to raise the profile of steel, share my passion for health and safety, in particular, the safe use of cutlery. Now, I've got a special new feature tonight, so everybody just stay as still as you can while I use the safety cam. Hold on a sec. Here we go. Yeah, let's have a look. Here we go. Now, can you spot some of the classic hazards in this picture? Let's have a quick look. Oven Duns, what are you thinking? It's a health and safety disaster. Look at this. Look, please use both hands. Please keep hands away from electrical items. Watch out for the trap hazard under that settee. Lock up your pets, for goodness sake. Pets have got no business hanging around, not unless they've paid. Please keep the champagne in a cold, dark place. That could go off. And look at them socks. They haven't been washed for a week. I'll be keeping an eye on everyone, so consider yourself sorted. Now, if you want to find out more about health and safety, check out the website. Or if you're under 16, or more likely in touch with somebody who is, you know what I'm talking about. Pop along to cutlery. Yeah. Well, a bit of nervous laughter there. Pop up to cutleryforkids.org. And I've got some great news. Just this week, we've made available a giant black and white poster of a dancing fork. It's in PDF format. If you download that, colour it in, it's yours to keep. Please relax, everybody. One or two of you. Mike Higgins, not sure what's going on there. Gary Phillip. and Tory Burton, Maureen's iPad. You're looking a bit worried, but please relax. Every single one of you.
Sorry, mate. I'm going to have to log out, go back in.
You do that,
I can't get you on the screen.
Yeah,
So
I understand, my friend. I actually do understand because I've got some translation software on my computer.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Thanks for popping in. And I realise people can get a little bit anxious, particularly if a family member has had a teaspoon accident. So we'll see you later. Everybody will get a certificate of attendance. Count that towards your CPD. If you're on furlough or out of work, pop it on your CV. Now, each year there are 12,000 accidental deaths. Please do not be one of them. Last year we had a numerically dyslexic duvet buyer who sadly suffocated in bed. He thought he'd bought himself a 13.5 tog. They found him crushed under the weight of a 53.1. All I'm saying is, before you go to bed tonight, please do check the label. Before you go under, don't make a blunder. Check the label while you're still able. Now, sadly, the reason I'm here each year, sadly, can be a bit shocking when you see it for the first time. There are 4 or 5 cutlery-related deaths. And I can see you there, Gary Phillip, in the dark there. I know what you're thinking. Is it 4 or is it 5? The truth is, we had one happen right on the gong of New Year's Eve, and we haven't decided whether to count it as last year. Now, people say if cutlery is so dangerous, is the answer the chopstick? Let's have a look. Now, in actual fact, if you're of a nervous disposition, or maybe you're going to get pregnant tonight, you never know, please look away now. These pictures can be a bit shocking, but a picture doesn't tell you everything. So I've done the research. Let's have a look at the data. Here we go. Now, these are your top 6 accidental deaths. The sooner they put a safety barrier on that Great Wall, the better. The panda attack can be surprising. I think it's all that pent-up sexual energy. I'm afraid, ladies and gents, number 1, injuries and accidents, fatalities is still chopstick related. And I have to say these accidents are still happening, particularly around the Beijing, Nanjing, Jiangxing province. Therefore, we're stuck with cutlery. That's not a bad thing. I want you to be careful, cautious cutlery users. Think once, think twice, think fork, spoon, and knife. You've probably seen the poster. That's one of mine. Take good fucking care. That's also one of mine. We're running in pilot phase. Motorway service station toilets, southbound M5, M6, M1. If it goes well, we're going northbound.
Whoa!
A fork in the hand is less painful than 2 in the bush. Now that's one we've been asked to rewrite. A quick practical session. If you are using cutlery tonight, shameful Steve, put your glass round. For goodness sake, concentrate, sit up straight for once. It's good to see Tory Burton taking it seriously, standing up straight there. Very good, my friend. Don't be a clown. If you leave a fork unsupervised, don't be a clown. Turn that fork down, thus minimizing the likelihood of the prong-related injury. Don't be a nutter. Use the knife to spread butter. Notice how my fingers are in the air there. You can just about see them, acting as a natural counterweight and balance to the steel alloy knife, but also warning anyone around me that the knife is in operation. Don't be a nutter. Use a knife to spread butter. And it hardly needs a mention. Only a fool.
I can see you now, so thank you.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness for that, Shuggy. I've got some terrible news. We can see you, Shuggy. Only a fool breaks the 1 spoon rule. Hardly needs a mention. Listen, my friend. Listen. That's the end of the practical session. A fork-related injury is rare. No, they're not. They're up 7%. Kids are This is a 3-pronged injury caused by a 4-pronged fork. How do we know it's genuine? Let's look at the evidence. Look at that. It was all a bit of a laugh up until now. This is what it takes to get my message across. And by the way, I know what you're thinking. What about people watching on a small screen? Good point. Let's zoom in.
Oh, God.
And everybody relax. The reason I show this picture is just to remind you of health and safety rule number 2. Never. And, I'm going to have to go now. Please remember, don't be a loon, never run with a spoon. Of that knife, it could take a life. And make love in Bristol, London, or York.
Paisley's
Please
good.
remember, Shuggy, never fuck with a fork. Ladies and gentlemen, we've all been fully trained. My name's Ian Crawford. Stay safe, my friends. Stay safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Crawford, would you give it up again? Well, I hope we're going to abide by all of those instructions that we have learnt tonight. Still to come, we have 2 more great comedy acts. We have the bingo, we have the tombola, and rounding off the night, we have a number from our house band. Let me tell you about our house band. Our house band, yes. When we found this club, it had been deserted since the 1970s, and we found, didn't we? We found some interesting things in the freezer. Yes, yes. There was mint choc chip, there was vanilla, there was Raspberry Ripple. In fact, there was every band that had ever represented Britain in Eurovision. There was Mr. Whippy, our 1973 entry. Yes, he was there. And as were the wafers and the flakes and the 99s. We have quite a big freezer. It's a very big freezer we have. Stacked high with the dead bodies of pop groups from the 1970s. It was quite a sight. What have we done with all of those dead bodies? Don't worry about it, but steer clear of the chili. Okay. However, one band was successfully defrosted from our freezer, and they are here with us tonight. Would you welcome, thawed out after 45 years in cold storage, the lead singer of Fine Fare, Mr. Dave Clark 5. Hey up, happen. So, Dave, the lead singer of our house band, Fine Fare, have you had a look around the modern world since you've been thawed out? Aye, happen as such. That we have, Petal. I forgot. You are northern. Aye, right there, lad. And no mistake happens, sithee think on't. Any particular part of the north, sithee bewazzocks, whippet and kestrel, black pudding and barm cake, happen as we moved around a bit. With an accent like this, you have to. Right. Have you, in the modern world that you have just been experiencing, have you noticed many changes? Aye, we've learnt all about Tinternet. Tinternet, we've learnt about Tinternet. Tain't all that is Tinternet, is it not? No, I mean, it's basically dial-a-disc, isn't it? One for the kids there, dial-a-disc. Oh, yeah, that's what it is. No, it's not really. I mean, with the internet, you can do banking, you can do all of your communications, you can watch shows, play games. I mean, this here tonight is on the internet. What? We're on Tinternet now. Yeah, aye. I mean, yeah, we're streaming. Shall I get a mop? No. You don't need a mop. Look at the screen. Look at all of those faces. Jesus God, yes, I know. Strange how the look of those faces makes you lose your accent. It would make anybody lose their accent. Hey up, silly be wassocks. I'll go to the foot of our stairs. Hey up, Nobby, get on drums. Nobby, get on drums. I feel a song coming on. Oh, hello, I'm Nobby, drummer. I don't know how I'm going to do back announcement for band when It's all right, Nobby. You just get over there on the stage. Also, ladies and gentlemen, getting on the stage now are our house band. Our house band who have forgotten how to get on the stage, but I think they're making their way to the stage. Give them a round of applause as they make their way to the stage tonight. Yeah, we've been looking around at world, this new modern world, and these Zoom shows of which you speak do give us a thought which we shall express through the medium of sound. When we do these gigs these days on Zoom, what some folks forget is we can see inside your room, we can see your place and the bored look on your face. So don't be a disgrace, 'cause we can see you, we can see you, we can see you, we can see you. There's background noise from someone's annoying doggy and a bloke in Montrose who is picking a big bogey. So when we're doing stuff, you can mute the sound and turn your camera off so we don't see you fannying round. We can see you flat, and really you choose to wear that. So just remember that. We can see you, we can see you, we can see you, we can see you. Time after time, people don't know they look silly. There's a bloke in devices who keeps fiddling with his willy. So we're glad you came, shalala, and thank you for tuning in. Shalala, but don't keep yourself unmuted or you make an awful din. Shalala, we can see right down your lobby. Ooh, someone's got an interesting hobby. I bet that place smells of jobby. Yes, we can see you, we can see you, we can see you, we can see you, we can see you. Thank you, we are fine fair. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fine fair there, ladies and gentlemen. Keep some long applause going for reasons that we don't feel like explaining right now. Fine fair, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, thank you. That was our band, Fine Fair. And then we'll be back to close the show a little bit later. And now what have we got now? Coming up now, we have another word from our sponsors. And as you know, we are sponsored by one of the biggest businesses in the 1970s.
I heard you want to be a frito bandito like me. You do? Then you must sing the bandito song. Let's sing together. You just follow the bouncing Fritos corn chips bag. Ay, 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 ay. I am the frito bandito. Hey, I like Fritos corn chips. I love them, I do. I want Fritos corn chips. I'll get them from you. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I am the frito bandito. Give me Fritos corn chips and I'll be your friend. The frito bandito, you must not offend. Now, boys and girls, you are frito banditos too.
Social Club! Oh my God! Those are the worst adverts. I tell you, you know what you are. You're bigoted. But you've got something against ignorance, cultural appropriation, and casual racism. You want to turn the other cheek, pal. Yes, turn the other cheek to racism. Is that what you're saying? It's what Jesus would have done. Yep. Moving on.
What Judas would have done. Jesus fuck.
Thank you, Bertrand Russell. And we're glad to be moving on from this philosophical minefield, because it's now time for another innovation. Although, frankly, with the innovations you've been bringing to tonight's bill, I am not relishing this. What is this innovation that you have brought to us tonight? I have brought the tombola. Is everybody ready for the tombola?
Yay!
All your idea, all
Absolutely.
my idea. Right, it's okay. So,
52.
how does this
That's
go?
how a tombola works. It's a number, isn't it?
Somebody appears to know slightly better than you how a tombola works. I haven't, and I haven't even told you how the tombola goes. Let me tell you, it's a game that we can all join in. Are there prizes? Are there prizes? No, there's no prizes. No. So, would you welcome our two Toms? Hello, I am Tom Jones. Today I am mostly been kissing the green grass of home. Do you often do that? It's not unusual. Hello, I am Tom Hanks. Life is like a box of chocolates. In what way is life like a box of chocolates? In that life is often separated into two layers where different things are kept in separate vacuum-formed plastic trays and two levels divided by a piece of waxed car. Is that really what life is like? Thinking it through, life is more like being stuck in an airport terminal and on a desert island and chasing Leonardo DiCaprio halfway around the world and exchanging spies on a bridge in the Cold War and getting your 9-year-old self swapped into an adult body, then playing a giant piano with your feet and falling in love with a mermaid and being an animated toy cowboy, not being able to sleep in Seattle and getting mail. Is that what life's like? It's what mine's like, yeah. But, hang on, you tell them the game. But, which of our two Toms tonight has the Ebola? That's the game, is it? That's the game. Tom Ebola. Yep, same as always. So, get your fingers on your buzzers, everyone. Get ready to buzz in when you know which Tom has the Ebola. Take it away, Tom number 1. Life is like a box of... Oh, he's got an accent now. Yes, I've got an accent now. Life is like a box. You said that. Yeah, but I have a very special box of chocolates here from the 1970s. Oh, good. Yes, the first chocolate it has in it is a crunchy frog. Crunchy frog, yes. Crunchy, raw, unboned, real dead frog. So... does Tom have the Ebola, ladies and gentlemen?
No.
No.
So we've got nobody thinking he's got the Ebola. Tom number 2. Oh, somebody thinks he's got the Ebola. Okay, bear that in mind. Put your vote down for the Tom number 2. Hello. Tom Jones.
Tom Jones is no chance.
Tom Jones, do you not have a Welsh accent? I have a Welsh accent, yes, okay. So that's no.
Why he's not got Ebola?
Well, Tom, we're trying to establish if you've got the Ebola. Where I don't have any chocolates, but I have been on a world tour. A world tour, yes. I played in Sudan in 1975. I played in the Democratic Republic of Congo when it was still called Zaire, also in 1975.
Yay!
And I played in Guinea in West Africa in 2013. So, does Tom Jones have the Ebola?
Yes.
Okay, so... who thinks that Tom Hanks has got the Ebola? Say aye.
Aye.
And who thinks Tom Jones has got the Ebola?
Aye.
It would help if I'd have spoken rather than you speaking and holding Tom Jones. I hadn't thought that through. Right, so... Tom, have you got the Ebola? No. Because I went to those countries in 1975, the year before they got the Ebola, and Guinea in West Africa in 2013, the year before it got the Ebola. I have no Ebola. What about you, Tom Hanks? Okay, well, I've got every chocolate in this box as originally presented in the classic box set. So what's in there? I've got ram's bladder cup, made with Cornish ram's bladder and garnished with lark's vomit. I have cockroach cluster, not easy to say, it's easier to say than to eat. I have anthrax ripple, I have a beautiful bonus bat bonbon, and I have one more chocolate in this box, which is spring surprise. Covered in dark velvet chocolate. When you pop it in your mouth, stainless steel bolts spring out and plunge straight through both cheeks. So, does Tom Hanks have the Ebola?
No.
Or does Tom Jones have the Ebola?
No.
Who thinks it's Tom? Who thinks it's Tom?
Yay.
I have also toured in every single state of the USA and South America right through the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, and I licked all of the surfaces. Does he have the Ebola?
Yay.
So who thinks it's Tom Hanks?
Yay.
Who thinks it's Tom Jones?
Yay.
Who has the Ebola? And the correct answer is... I have got the Ebola. And where were you keeping your Ebola? Can anybody get the point for telling us where Tom was keeping his Ebola?
In the crunchy frog.
It was not in the Crunchy Frog.
Oh.
In his Ebola hat.
In the cockroach.
It was not in the cockroach. They do not spread the Ebola. What was that bonus sweet you had? I had a bonus bat bonbon. That's right. Bats transfer Ebola.
So-
That says it. That was it.
Oh, it's a trick question.
There's a shit trick question is what it was. Ladies and gentlemen, you are right to spray your condemnation on my colleague. Come on, let's give him a big boo for that game. A big boo now. Boo him.
Disease.
I hope you're feeling ashamed of yourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, our next act is a proper comedian, and this proper comedian is coming to us all the way from Los Angeles. So, can we warn you that anybody talking over this comedian will not only be doing a great disregard, but also they will not understand what you're saying, Shuggy. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome? Would you welcome all the way from Los Angeles, Michelle Malizaki?
Thank you. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say about the cultural appropriation because I'm sorry, I've Western style hairstyle, I've Western clothes on. I know I should be dressed as a geisha. But I didn't go to geisha school. My mom was too cheap to send me there. So I'm here in America. Although in my 5th grade composition class, I wrote that I wanted to marry a British man. But I'm terrible with geography. That's why I'm here. But now I'm like a step closer to find the Brits who will marry me after I passed away. Well, I've been married for 19 years. That's because I know how to do stuff, but I don't know how to undo stuff. My husband is a procrastinator. I told him everybody's getting divorced. He's like, that's a great idea. We'll do it next summer. This summer is going to be our 10th next summer together. I mean, I love my husband to death. I just can't wait. I thought it was a bringer show, so I brought my friends. Hello, hello, hello. These are Japanese clay figures. So it's great because I don't want to be too funny because I don't want to crack them up. Oh gosh, my mother-in-law passed away recently. I got inheritance.
Hey.
I got 10 baskets.
Ooh.
My hands are not big. These are I'm set for life for itty bitty baskets. And they are going to have a memorial service for my mother-in-law in June. There will be 50 people there. I hope I get the MC. Well, I've been living in America for 32 years, and I thought if I moved to America and married an American guy, I would improve my English drastically. But that's not how it works. I mean, I could have married a Japanese guy, but I wanted to marry somebody more romantic. You know, Japanese guys, they would say, if they say, that might mean I love you. or I'm hungry. I mean, I've seen American guys in Hollywood movies. They are very talkative. They call from work to say, I love you in broad daylight. But I marry a rocket scientist. He doesn't talk. So, yeah, so for communication, we just exchange pie charts. The most romantic thing he ever given me are 2 pie charts, and they are intersected in the middle, Venn diagrams, and they were 3Ds. I still have them. In America, they call them kids. But because I'm a housewife, I call them job securities. I made sure I staggered them by 5 years for maximum protection. And I don't know about in England, but in America, they are my get out of jury duty free cards. I'm working my system. I bought a refrigerator, a smart fridge. It's Samsung. It's Korean, and it speaks 19 different languages. I know, but it doesn't speak Japanese. It speaks Slovenian. Slovenia has 2.3 million people. Japan, 127 million. I know this because the fridge told me. I bought a racist fridge. And it scans everything inside and knows what's in it. I started buying things just to impress my fridge. And this morning, fridge asked me if I consume all of the yogurt. It's accusing me of stealing my own food. And also it told me if I don't eat kale by 10 p.m. tonight, it will expire. That racist fridge is threatening me. When I go outside of the house, it tracks me down. The other day I was at the grocery store and it texted me, buy hummus. But I'm allergic to hummus. That racist fridge is trying to kill me. Remember in old days, people used to own appliances. When they make noise, we just tell them to shut up and give it a karate chop. But now I have to beg my fridge. Will you please, 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 please stop sending pictures of food that I could make with stuff inside of the fridge to my kids? My kids were happy with hamburger helpers before, but now it's asking me to make penne alla bolognese. I don't know what to do. I got a comment on my Instagram that I couldn't read, so I asked my fridge, and sure enough, it was in Slovenian. It says Toristo Majisto Katsusto. That means 300 hairy bears. Is that a threat or endorsement deal? I have the same dishwasher for the last 20 years. And I told that to my very frugal family in Japan. And my aunt said, you only have it for 20 years? I have mine. I had mine for 32 years. Till he divorced me. So I've been in America for 32 years. So when I go back home to Japan, people think I am a banana, yellow outside, white inside, but I consider myself more of a lemon. yellow outside, yellow inside, sour, but juicy. Well, thank you so much, Michelle Malizaki. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Malizaki. Thank you so much, Michelle, all the way from LA. Thank you so much. Now, what have we got before we have our headline act? Now, of course, we have the bingo. Did everybody get their bingo cards?
What again?
Oh, did you not get your bingo cards? It's okay. You can use my bingo card, and let's just all have a guess. Let's just all have a guess at what the bingo card is going to give us. So let's just put it up on the screen and have a look at what it's showing to you.
1, 9, 12, 18, 17.
You're confusing bingo. You're confusing bingo with the raffle. Now it's not a raffle, of course. It is the bingo. So there we go. You're looking now at the bingo card. Can everybody see our big bingo card? And the big question is it going to be a horizontal line? Are we going to have fireplace, soup, believe and kippers? Is that what's coming up? Oh, we've got girlfriend breakfast in America. Oh, I've got darkness going up to Frankenstein there. What have you got there? Is anybody who thinks we're going to have a horizontal line?
What's this one?
We keep losing you, Kev.
Oh dear.
Breaking up a bit, mate.
We've just been told that our connection is unstable, so we might disappear. Can you still hear us?
I noticed that.
We can hear you.
You can hear us? And you can still see the screen.
Yes.
Okay. So who thinks we're going to have a horizontal line?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who thinks we're going to have a vertical line? Who thinks we're going to have a diagonal line?
Yay!
Okay, well, let us have it here and see what we're going to get. Horizontal, obviously it was going to be a horizontal there. Who got a horizontal there? Did we all get a horizontal? Splendid, well done. Okay, let's just see now what we're going to get on the next page. The next page gives us, ooh, what do you think? Do you think we're going to be getting a diagonal there with we've got a mosque and a pension? Oh my God, 99. Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to get a vertical line there? I'm noticing some things I recognize there. Who thinks we're going to get, have a look at those things on the page there. What do you think? Who thinks we're going to get a horizontal line?
Yay.
Who thinks we're going to get a vertical line? Who thinks we're going to get a diagonal line?
Purple, oh my God, do.
Okay, well, let us see what comes up. So nobody had the faintest idea what George Ezra was talking about, but that's what we got when we tapped this screen there. Now, this is our last one tonight. What do you think? Who thinks we're going to be getting a vertical? Who thinks we're going to be getting a horizontal? Who thinks we're going to get a curvy smiley shape? Who thinks there's going to be a couple of eyes there and a big nose down there? Who thinks there's going to be a drawing of a cock and balls? What do you think we're going to get? Give us a shout for a diagonal. Who thinks it's a diagonal?
I have to say it.
Yeah.
Chuggy, you don't have to say. Right. Are we ready?
Keeps me warm, couldn't me rancid, my woman.
Nobody's got a clue what you're talking about.
Those are the words. Now let us see.
Diagonal.
We've got votes for diagonal. Who votes for horizontal?
4 corners.
Horizontal.
Four corners. Oh, that's novel. Let's Well done, everybody. Congratulations there, everybody. Thank you. Well done. That was a travesty. Absolute travesty. Ladies and gentlemen, we've wasted enough of your time. I think you have been waiting all night for your headline act. So are you ready to welcome the dictator who is the high power of Laughter Republic? Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome President Obonjo?
Good evening. I hope you can hear me. Let me start by saying that you are bringing an African president to come and address you, and you are talking about Ebola. Oh, yeah. What they haven't said to you is that Ebola transmits through Zoom. The other thing I would like to say is this. You know, if this was a live gig, you would be pledging allegiance and standing up and pledging allegiance to me. But what you are all doing now is you're all half naked watching a president. I am here tonight to explain the many advantages of visiting my country, Laughter Republic. What sort of place is this? I genuinely thought I was going to be addressing the Queen and His Majesty, Majesty, His Excellency, but I am addressing peasants in their homes. Let me tell you immediately about my country. It is a small but beautiful place which has done me the honor of electing me to represent them for life. The British media will tell you it was a revolution. They elected me to represent them for life. The first thing my people ask me about my climate of Laughter Republic is this. I have got some good news for you. We used to have a very wet season as we were next to the Congo Basin. However, nowadays, we get beautiful summers. Ever since I moved the equator very close to my country, since I gained power. Laughter Republic is a 21st century modern democracy, a true people's republic with me in charge. Although I hear they have plans to make me a monarch like Queen Elizabeth, that can wait. If you visit my country now, we have many modern facilities for tourists. You will find beautiful beaches, not beaches. Beaches, not beaches. With many smiling people. The shops are full since the election. The schools are full since the election. And our prisons are full since the election. There are no nasty people that will bother you when you arrive. Our currency is called Laugh, and it has my photo on the currency. A strong and stable monetary firm introduced by me since the election, not revolution, has replaced the practice of trading chicken giblets and powdered milk. I can guarantee you personally that you will get a lot of currency exchange from my country. A few years ago, there were many problems in my country. I have sorted them out. There was no drinking water for poor people unless when I have to water my golf course. There is more food available for them nowadays, although tourists are advised to bring a packed lunch from home with them. For every day of their holiday, bring a packed. What can you hire when you are there? Let us be frank and educated. I'm sure you realize that many men from this country, your country, like to travel abroad in search of a wife. And I know there are people here with their wives next to them, but they are looking for more wives. In Laughter Republic, we are open and honest about such practices. There's no shame in wanting to marry a beautiful, exotic African woman. We have many single women in Laughter Republic since the election. Polygamy is legal now, and I suspect it will become legal in Britain very soon, since you are now out of Europe. And, Can one person ask me how many wives do I have?
How many wives do you have?
I have 6 wives. Let me tell you why I have 6 wives. Because the doctor said I should rest on Sunday. I want, because I haven't addressed the British people since you left Europe. Let me start by saying congratulations, really congratulations for getting out of Europe. Let me tell you what is going to happen in 5 years' time. In 5 years' time in Britain, there will be a Live Aid concert. African celebrities will be asked to come and perform for you guys. In London, because middle-class children are suffering and starving from eating hummus and avocados. Recently, they suspended me on Twitter. Let me tell you why they suspended me on Twitter. They suspended me on Twitter because I said that I am a bit worried about Britain right now because democracy is a virus and we need to flatten the curve. And I said that the way Boris is going right now is as if he wants to cancel democracy. Don't you think it's about time? I wrote to the United Nations and I said, don't you think it's about time that we African leaders invade the United Kingdom so that we can protect democracy? Thank you so much. Death to BBC and E4 Studios. Death to BBC and E4 Studios. On the 20th of July 2019, BBC Studios and E4 tried to steal my presidency. They tried an attempted coup by saying they were creating a show of an African dictator. Let me tell you how I dealt with BBC Studios. I invaded BBC Studios and I kidnapped Gary Lineker, the national icon. I am not gay, but Gary Lineker looks good for someone who eats crepes. You have been a fantastic and wonderful audience. You see, I am a comedy genius. If you have enjoyed my performance, tweet about it. If you haven't enjoyed my performance, nobody needs to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Obonjo, let's hear it again for President Obonjo. Well done, thank you. Thank you. Let's hear it again for all of the acts that we've had on the bill tonight. Nerine Skinner. Yay! Ian Crawford. Michelle Malizaki. And President Obonjo. And now, to play us out, we have our house band. Are you here, Dave? I'm here. Aye, happen as such, we're back to do a number, and this number we're going to do tonight it's about a band. Well, it's not a band. It's about a comedy act. They were very popular in our day, and we're very sad to find they were no longer with you. But they should be. Oh, fuck, what's got wrong there? Have you done something? Have you done something? He's done something. Apparently he's done something. Anyway, so this is a song. This is a song all about a couple of our comedy heroes right now. Cannon and Ball appeared as policemen in Boys in Blue, a movie from the 1980s. Nobody knew just how awful it would be, considering it was remade from a Will Hay film. Roy Kinnear was also in it as well as Arthur English, Eric Sykes, Jack Douglas, John Pertwee and Suzanne Danielle. Cannon and Ball portray some local coppers who are stationed in a village name of Little Bottom. The studio work was mostly done at Elstree, with various locations in the home counties and Lulworth Cove, Edinburgh, Weymouth and Wool, St Albans, Bushy and parts of Hertfordshire, with street scenes in and around Boreham Wood. Cannon and Ball got some awful reviews when the film was seen. It gets an average of 4.2 on IMDb. They tried to laugh at the critics, but deep inside them they knew the film was pretty pathetic. And they'd go down together, never again getting a leading part in a feature film. Cannon and Ball put Boys in Blue behind them, as did director Val Guest, who had previously made Quatermass films. Also Express Obonjo, The Day the Earth Caught Fire, and on the band played on. Cannon and Ball, shut up! Here as policemen, and it was as policemen they died. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fine fair, ladies and gentlemen, that was fine fair. And thank you for coming to the Scottish Falsetto Sock Public Theatre's Social Club tonight. We have been the Scottish Falsetto Sock Public Theatre, and so have I, and so has he. And Shoggy will probably be regaling with you with a story in the after show bar. But don't let that scare you off. We're going to go away for a few minutes. We will be back, and we will join you in the after show bar. That's Nobby on the drums, by the way. See you very shortly. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Thank you. I'm still covering. You're covering in a northern accent. I'm still covering in northern accent. Yes. Don't know why I'm doing that. I'm still covering while he plays. What's he going to play? Oh yes, another racist advert. I knew there was one.
The Kool-Aid kids in old Japan rode rickshaws everywhere. But when the kids sat down to eat, they sure did miss their favorite treat. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, tastes great. Wish we had some, can't wait. A story man who heard the kids then clapped his hands and said,
Hi, Kool-Aid keeps me very wise. Stand by, please, for big surprise.
Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, so great. Once you try it, no can wait.
Honorable Kool-Aid, most refreshing, much loved by whole family. Father, mother, Japanese boy, Japanese girl. A package make 2 full quarts, cost only 20 yen, just 5 cents, with lots of ice. So nice.
The Kool-Aid kids are off again to visit other lands. Be sure to join them when they do.
Join them in some Kool-Aid too.
Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, so great. Once you tried it, no can wait.
Social Club. Michelle, we can only apologise. Okay, we're gonna disappear off to the bar, and we shall see you all in 5 minutes. You can talk amongst yourselves. Good night. Good night.
Did we get a grid up?